I'm David O'Connell. I'm Vice Chair of Lancaster West Residents Association and a resident of Lancaster West.
Yeah, I'm Abbas Dadou, resident of Lancaster West and the Chair of Residents Association here.
There's still the same problems that caused the tragedy are still there. I mean, there are so many people currently living in homes that aren't safe because they've got unsafe cladding on them. There are so many people living in houses that are over here, we call them temporary residents, but they've been temporary residents for 20, 25 years, living in places where they have no security of tenure, bringing up their kids there, then they could be evicted at any minute. And there's been very little change in the way the government regards social tenants.
Nationally, nothing has changed. I thought Grenfell would be a wake-up call for them and they will change their behavior, treating people on social housing with dignity. That hasn't changed. On the local level, very little has been changed or beginning to change.
I think that the government needs to, or everyone in society needs to look at what social housing is about. It's providing a safety net for people and it's providing good, stable homes for people that don't cost a fortune. Property isn't about making money for corporations, it's about people's lives. And that seems to have gotten forgotten somewhere along the way with all of this.
I think they should stand and honor what they promised, when they go to the, stand as a council leaders, as a MPs or Prime Minister, treat people with dignity and believe, these social housing, people should have a right to have access to proper housing accommodation that is secure so they can be comfortable, raise their kids, they can get into social mobility, their children can succeed. So this cycle of always rich, they have their hands on the power, can change and everybody have a part of the, shaping of the government and our country.
We live every day with the shadow of the tower here. I mean, I see it out my window every morning. So it brings it back what happened on that night and all the events that happened and all the terrible things that happened afterwards. I'd like to think that some things have changed for the better, but a lot of things haven't. And if we don't keep pushing, I think things will just go back to the way they were. There's a lot of forces trying to move it back so we could get back to the way they were before, carry on making money and brush it all under the carpet. So I think it's very important to keep it in people's minds or we'll start slipping back to what happened before.
It has become part of my life. I wake up with it, I sleep remembering it day and night and thinking of how could have such a tragedy happen in 21st century on just in our estate is unbelievable, and I hope the people will lost, their blood doesn't get wasted and government make drastic changes.